Nick, the one that believes in aliens, and he just starts talking about all sorts of crazy shit. He also expects certain amounts of attention, and his ego is super inflated, and fuck, just too much damn talking. And it's the fact that, like, two people can have a good conversation, but once he starts getting alcohol in him, it gets a lot different. And then he's got an expectation of response for entertainment purposes. If he was trying to get help, oh yeah, that's fine. No problem whatsoever. But when you're literally just pestering somebody because you want attention, just for attention's sake, because you're drinking, it gets scary. Anyway, he says a lot of shiny, happy, feely shit. It's fucking useless. Now, fine, his life is like that. Okay, fine. If that your life is that charmed, then cool, good on you. At one point, he was asking me what I would do if somebody was messing with him, and by this point, he's been passive aggressive, and I got. Well, we'll start here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 recordings just today about the situation specifically with him. I've recorded both these guys a few times. We'll see if we can get it to play. I got an external speaker so I can hopefully increase the volume. Well, alright, the first one was when I went in to see Susan this morning.
Don't get that wrong, too.
God, there was a recording
This
I was
is my
making
newer
earlier.
phone.
Sorry, there was a recording I was making earlier, live, but because I was in the library, it was having some issues with staying connected, and then the phone died. Bane of my existence, right? Electricity, necessary for electronic communication. Meanwhile, everybody wants to have me communicate electronically, which is a fucking giant pain in the ass. Hey, if I come and see you in person, you can look at the shit in person and save me fucking thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of fucking trying to get it sent to you. And all the complications that go with that. Sure, for those of you who have enough money to buy everything that you fucking need, great, but I don't have those things. So instead of telling me what to do, try to understand what I'm fucking capable of first. Now, this is Craig, and he was talking a bit about the situation with Nick and how when he's drinking, it gets scary.
Older one there, it's cracked, but I had to buy this one while that one was getting repaired. That's only a $40 phone, but I had to pay $137 to get it fixed because it's got evidence on it of exactly the people that you were talking about, not like, you don't touch kids, you don't abuse kids and stuff like that. And that's one of the things about Natalie is that pedophiles need to leave me alone. They need to leave my family alone. For a pedophile friend of hers to get a hold of me and tell me he's going to kill my friends and family, that is not acceptable. When he's gone through on my Facebook enough that he knows their names and is threatening to kill them by name, like, that's really, really creepy. And the fact that, it's all over rumors that Natalie told. She claimed that I stalked her. The evidence shows otherwise. But, once you claim that guy might do something, then all of a sudden it turns into telephone. And that's the thing, is that I am all for putting pedophiles away. I'm not for pretending that somebody's a stalker and then doing the whole, all right, well, we're just going to go door to door and spread rumors and tell your family and your friends that you're some sort of horrible monster until every...
I'll say it loud and proud. There's a lot of people who told me things, thought I still didn't have the ability to record. A lot of people, when they told me things, for some odd reason, they thought that I wasn't ever going to get that ability. Well, Jerry Sparks, one of the women that Tim Beeson was calling me and threatening to kill before Natalie was killed. I mean, calling me up and saying he's going to hurt Jerry and he's going to hurt Tyler and all this other stuff. And this is because I was talking about how sad the situation with them was. How we weren't friends anymore. How much I missed them, but that it was important that I get rid of people who are not positive in my life. Actual positive. Talking over somebody or talking at somebody or being passive-aggressive assholes, that's not fucking help. Anyway, after Miss Jerry helped me to be able to record stuff on my Facebook or on my YouTube, that's what I started doing. A lot of people are mad about that, but it's not against the law. Anyway, this conversation goes on for about 10 minutes. We do talk about the situation with the gentleman back there. I haven't gone through these recordings because there's about 2 hours worth altogether.
About narcissistic behaviors is that most people are going to target the homeless with their narcissistic behaviors and try to hide it from everyone else. We're easy.
Alright, so the part that I'm getting to, though, I don't want to play that whole 10-minute and 45-second video because, I mean, I really didn't get a lot of charge on my telephone, and I don't know if the charge that I got on that box right there is going to be enough to start my vehicle. But he got the way that he got yesterday with Craig, and also one other time with me. And although he didn't get violent, he was getting snappy enough and attempting to push his weight around as intimidation, as we were going to listen to him or he was going to hurt us. And so I did my best to keep my mouth shut, but he kept it up. Earlier, I made a video with kotek's name in it. Let me close my door here. And in that one, let's see, is this one right here? He was talking to himself, and some of the stuff got real freaky. Your car's driving by and you can get a voice in the background.
So I started interacting with the public and all of a sudden
This is about 4 minutes into it.
other people were reaching out. So the response to I was meditating a little by myself. Everybody is irritated because of this 94 degrees shit. Big fucking deal. Why was I positive the whole entire day? You're getting me down, and now I'm joining the party. Congratulations. Is everybody around your boss? Congratulations. Good job.
I was trying to ignore it, right? And I continued to try to do that. I eventually had to walk away. We're 6 minutes and 50 seconds into a 20-minute and 24-second video. Alright, so the rest rest of that is primarily me going to my car and talking about some of the situations. Just showing you that I do have them. They do exist. They're all different videos. I went back over to get my stuff.
Ours is really close gunshot density over here. I haven't seen a lot of ambulances.
At least these ones not aliens and shit. Or this religious stuff that keeps bouncing back and forth around. And several of these he was talking about because he was aggravated because, you know, that gentleman Craig left last night, not exactly on good terms. The conversation with Craig was pretty good though. There's a lot of important stuff that I'm glad he said. And the majority of it is actually on my YouTube channel. I recorded it live. I just, like I said, my phone died. And when I got up to leave here, it got louder, more passive aggressive. It's not like me further in the video. I guess I can play it another minute, but just most of the stuff is fine. Everything else I can listen to, but the talking about killing stuff really freaks me out. I got a lot of my friends. Anyway, it got to the point where I was trying not to have a friggin' meltdown from this constant talking for no reason. Talking about all sorts of fantasy shit. Alright? A bunch of fantasy shit. A bunch of really delusional shit. A bunch of stuff that, yeah, maybe there's aliens, but I can't handle a bunch of alien talk. I just can't handle that. You gotta come down to earth at some point. And he did come down to earth a little bit. But it was after this one that he really started getting irate with me. And I was just hoping to get some peace and quiet. And not have him start telling me what to do, what to think, what to feel, and giving me advice. Like earlier, I just wanted to be left alone. I was quiet for a reason. I'm scared of him when he's been drinking, and me and Craig both agree on that. You know, he does become a completely different person, just like Shannon Alvarado, and it only takes one beer.
Who doesn't have no disrespect?
Oh, this might be wrong. Let me see. And he is real nice, but he just won't stop. He won't come off it. trying to be rude. I was just trying to get some peace and quiet.
Unsafe. Even in a small town like this. You know what I mean? This best advice I can give you.
I didn't ask for advice.
Well, I didn't ask for the advice you gave me. Or the.
Right here. He just.
So you know how you'd achieve the highest rate of survival? Even though we all gotta die someday, I'm not really worried about it. But you know how you achieve the highest rate of survival if you want to live longer? Get away from humans. Go live by yourself. Learn how to live by yourself out in the mountains.
Could I get a few minutes, please? I'm not trying to be rude.
That will extend your life. Because people are what kill people at the highest rate.
I just wanna.
So living in a city makes you the most unsafe. Even in a small town like this. You know what I mean? This best advice I can give you.
I didn't ask for advice.
Well, I didn't ask for the advice that you gave me. Or the come and talk to me if you feel angry. I guarantee I wouldn't come and talk to you, but I do appreciate if that was actually genuine, I appreciate it. But I'll pass. Okay?
Now this is the part where he starts talking about all sorts of crazy shit and fucking really starting to I should press play. You'll get it once it starts playing, I guess. I don't need to explain any of the situation. All right, now this is getting really, really delusional and paranoid. I'm gonna go the other way.
You know that I'm okay. If I'm in danger, what would you do? No disrespect towards you, but I would call the police first if I couldn't handle it myself, which is very unlikely. What organization you're running with? I don't know if that was some kind of weird.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm fine. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Don't get offended, but
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
I found a lot of places.
I'm done. I was packing up my stuff to leave, by the way. I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, cool. You say that all you want. I can still talk.
I'm done.
And you're out.
I'm done.
Okay, what do you think?
I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, then say that all you
I'm done.
I'm done with punk.
I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm not gonna do shit.
I'm done.
No wonder you're a victim.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
called us, you needed cold water, so we put some cold water on top of your car for you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. We didn't want you to get...
Now I'm gonna pause here. This is Zane, and I don't know who the lady is with him, but I've seen her before, and they're both always super nice to me. Zane, he's one of the people at the pot shop here who, when I went and explained to him, hey, there's people literally putting drugs in pot and giving it to me, and I don't want that. I'm not down, and I also know the reality of the situation with the homeless. If I'm squeaky clean, people are going to be dicks. But I was also, at that point, trying real hard to not have a panic attack. Like Nick was getting pretty forceful at the end. A lot of people, when they're drunk, they're demanding of attention. That's the issue with Shannon Alvarado. And if she didn't feel there was enough attention on her, she'd throw a tantrum. When it comes to long-term abuse, like, Nick has some issues. Obviously, when he got to the point where he wanted to be antagonistic, and I just asked for a little bit of peace and quiet, because when he was talking about killing people, and I did ask him, you know, because once he starts getting heavy into that, he starts getting real heavy into it, and there's no reason to threaten harm against people. And then, of course, if he's like that and he starts talking about the aliens and all that, like, I do try to make jokes about it and make it funny about it, and the thing is that it's real scary at that point. And Zane and that lady came up at a good time. I really need some humanity at that point. Shannon Alvarado is actually a whole lot worse than Nick. She's very loud and very forceful. If she doesn't get what she wants right when she wants, she jumps right into that groove of fucking hateful and berating and yelling and screaming. And, you know, I'm not the only person capable of screaming, as you all know. Now with Nick, did he really do something anywhere near all that bad? No, not really. Although last night when he was talking about how he thinks it's okay to breed with a 14-year-old, that's not comfortable for me. Now, I know that was quote-unquote the alcohol talking, but that's creepy shit. And the thing with Craig is that Craig is kind of understanding of the situation, and he's met Nick before, same as me. Nick, when he's outside the safe bay, is usually pretty calm and pretty alright. He's kind of racist, but in a bigot kind of way, not a hate people for their skin color kind of way, which is odd to explain unless you know circle jerk rednecks. They're kind of liberal and kind of rednecks. Anyway, when he started trying to do the whole chastising my manhood, you know, no wonder I'm victimized and, you know, all this and punk that. Well, shit, I'll get on the internet and say it loud and proud for the whole world to see. Good and proper like. If people play head games with me, I just speak up on the internet, no problem. They get angry I spoke up on the internet, no problem. But also, I gotta deal with some pretty dangerous people who don't take no for an answer. And the more you tell them, hey, I'm not comfortable with that, the more they're gonna do it. Shannon Alvarado especially. With this guy here, I could walk away. I have a vehicle that sort of works, but at least I can come sit in my vehicle and get away from him. When he's sober, he's not too bad. At night, that's when all the weird stuff comes out. And he wanted to give me about a half-hour long preaching earlier today. I was like, I need some peace and quiet. And then he came back and gave me another half-hour preaching. And I was like, I just need some peace and quiet. And I wasn't trying to be a jerk, but he took it as a personal insult. I just needed some peace and quiet. So that's when he was all passive aggressive and talking to himself. And then when the passive aggressive thing got a little over the top, I was like, hey, you know, the point is that the subject matter and the way that he was going about it, he wasn't recording on a YouTube channel. He wasn't speaking to his parents on the phone or anything like that. He was trying to go off on all the things that he was saying earlier. And yeah, I can understand that. I also understand the difference between being delusional and being overwhelmed. He's not overwhelmed, he's completely delusional. Delusion's a grandeur, matter of fact. He thinks an army of angels and a bunch of aliens are protecting him, and some of the aliens are scary, and But those not so well formed thoughts, those are the thoughts of a lush brain. Somebody who doesn't really take much to get drunk. It's the euphoria of the fact that your body has even a little bit of what it's craving. A lot of them, they'll have seizures, so they make sure that they have enough alcohol in the morning that they can have a swig or two, not to get rid of a headache or a hangover or anything like that, but so that they won't withdraw and have a seizure and possibly go into cardiac arrest. For him, he said that he's limited himself to 1 beer a day, or 1 beer every couple of days, but so far he's had a beer every day that I've seen him, and he's gone crazy almost immediately after having that beer, although it comes in increments. The thing is, when you tell him something is grating on you and just give you a couple of minutes, please, he takes that to mean that it's time to be rude and mean and inconsiderate. Absolutely. I know how to do that too. At that point, the best thing I can do is walk away, regardless of whether or not my electronics are charged enough to start my car. No matter how much I needed the electricity and to conserve my gas and not use it to try to charge everything up, it's a matter of he's drinking and getting irate, and I haven't seen him haul off and belt anybody, but he talks about violence a lot, and then I let him know how uncomfortable I am, and he starts talking about how peaceful he is, and then he gets to forgetting how peaceful he was just claiming to be, and gets to starting in on talking more and more about hurting people, and fuck. And there's a lot of stuff that I couldn't hear very well. It was before I said something to him about talking about killing people, there was some people walking by, and normally I'm fine with that, no problem. Them walking by isn't a big deal. But as passive as aggressive as he was being, any Karen walking by could potentially call in the situation, and then we both get in trouble. And really, I'm not trying to do anything mean or evil or be some sort of criminal mastermind. I'm not over there naked whacking off in the bushes like that guy over at the house right there was saying. Some guy was literally naked whacking off in the bushes over here, and his stepdaughter saw it. They called it in. I guess the cops didn't do nothing. Anyway, I'm hurting a lot, and the only reason I didn't try to play those is because I'm going to use my phones later. Tina Kotek ain't out here. She ain't out here making the big decisions. She's not stopping to understand that all of this money that they're supposedly spending on the homeless, it's all getting paid to mental health kickdowns. So the police aren't going to do any of their jobs for homeless people. They'll do what they always did, send them to the hospital or lock them up. I am afraid of Nick, for good reason. When people are drinking, they really ain't thinking. That's the problem with Shannon Alvarado. And I realized every single night she was promising me as soon as Zanny went to bed she'd help me, and then she was up all night screaming, so Zanny never went to bed. I knew it was going to be a long week. It ended up being a long 2 months. There was almost a week there where she kind of sort of stayed sober because she was afraid she wasn't going to be able to pass a UA for alcohol. I'm like, man, when you're hard up enough that you're trying to figure out how to pass a UA on alcohol, that's some serious drinking issue. And you get to see how adamantly she protects that, her alcoholism. How dare I betray her by saying anything about her alcoholism? I'm talking shit because I talk about her alcoholism. She's not willing to think about how it affects those around her. I'm a hurting unit, and I probably am lucky that I walked over here when I did. I wasn't trying to be too short with him. He is that he gets butt hurt real easy. He's also bigger than me, and he also does the whole macho man thing. The dude's twice my size and I'm gimpy. Like, what am I gonna do to defend myself against him if he gets like Robert Farnsworth? Robert Farnsworth is half this guy's size, and I gotta be worried about Robbie Farnsworth, trying to assault me again, or worse. The lady who claimed to be Robbie Farnsworth's sister really isn't. Her name's Ashley. Anyway, I got a bunch of stuff recorded, just no place to process it. I sit in my car across from the library, and it just is so inaccessible most days. If I gotta carry stuff inside, I still gotta be worried when I go inside. It's not that I don't try. I certainly show up at the library and go inside, don't I? I was in there this morning. Well, I think I'm gonna walk over to Safeway and try to get something to eat. Obviously, there's more to this. It's just, I don't want to go through any more of this. I just want it to stop. I want to not have to, well, you guys don't realize what a fucked up situation the streets are, here or elsewhere. I'm also hoping that if I walk over to the Safeway, then by the time I get there, hopefully he'll have moved on to wherever he's sleeping for the night.
Power off.
All those videos are just from today, just so you know. There's more of it that was reported live on YouTube. There's a part of it or two that are recorded live on YouTube and recorded on that, just in case. Anyway, oh, Zane, yes. I should finish playing the thing with Zane, and I think I will, just shortly, because this is the water bottles they brought me. Somebody in a Mustang. Nice. Right? Everybody's supposed to like Mustangs. I like the 64 Mustang. It's a straight 6. I like the body style on it, and I like the fact that it's heavy metal. You get run into by one of these plastic cars, instead of both of you getting totaled and possibly dying, only one person gets totaled, and then the person with the big metal brick gets to survive. That's why I like the 60s and 70s vehicles.
No. At 8 o'clock, there will be at least 2 or 3 people waiting for it to open.
May I pet your dog again?
Absolutely.
Hello, young lady. Oh, you already got it figured out. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Oh, Lizzie, hey, can you get off that? Can you get off that, Lizzie? Thank you. Oh, she loves it.
There's a guy over there. It's usually pretty alright. When he gets drunk, though, he gets kind of not right thinking. So, I figure I'll give myself a few minutes getting something to eat before I go back over there.
Fair enough. Makes sense.
Start recording just in case anything happens, which most of the time it don't. 9 times out of 10, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Thank you, please.
Make sure you don't notice you're recording. Sometimes that agitates shit more than it.
It does sometimes.
Yeah.
That's why I try to let everybody know I'm doing it. Try not to hide it. Sometimes I gotta put it in my pocket because I gotta fidget with my hand. But usually, if I'm not recording, I usually apologize to people because I'm not recording.
Fair enough.
It's kind of a safety measure.
Okay.
Like obviously, most of my stuff is just recorded nothingness. Me hanging out or me sitting in my car hurting like a mofo.
Yeah.
But there's also recordings of people assaulting, disabled homeless people. That's what I'm recording for. Or scammers who take advantage of disabled people out here. That's pretty big.
Yeah, I can imagine. Are you trying to get back up here, Lizzie? Don't you dare dig. You can sit there. Don't dig.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Find yourself a roly-poly, Lucy?
She's really fascinated by insects. Not necessarily food to her. That's a fucking spider, though, right next to your hand. It was webbing over to her.
Did I lose it on her?
Yeah, I mean, she don't care. Probably won't bite her at her. But, I was just trying to make sure it didn't hit your fan.
Oh,
You know,
I
because,
just
like,
tickled
if.
my face with it. It was still attached to my hand.
Yeah.
Gotta live them spiders when they do that.
Usually I let them live, but when they, like, invade my personal space, it's time to die. They're fucking creepy motherfuckers. They need to stay away from me.
I get that. Is that a nervous thing?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe her hips might hurt a little bit. She is kind of old.
Oh, let me look. Well, yep.
Oh, is there like some sap or something stuck?
It was just some long slivers that were like basically invisible because they were like tucked in.
Oh, gotcha.
I didn't even hardly see it. I was like, oh my God, what is that tiny, tiny black thing? Is that a flea? And then I started grabbing on it and it was that big thing.
There's a cut somewhere on my arm.
How's it
going,
guys? Oh, it goes.
Pretty all right. I am a good puppy. I'm just kidding. I was giving you the compliment, Lucy. Alright, I'm gonna get in and grab something in lunch. Waffle House. That makes good chicken.
the coffee.
Huh?
Efficiency for the coffee.
How are you?
I've been better, but I'm not dead yet.
Hey, me either. Not yet, anyway.
Welcome. If you have your club card, please scan it now. 279. If you have your club card, please scan it now. 259.
Straight back on floor. The code. That's yeah. Straight back.
Oh, okay, then.
Your card has been accepted.
Pat bottle room, broken down again.
How many store-provided bags your total is? Please wait. System processing. Follow the instructions on the pin pad. Please remember to take your receipt. Thank you.
I remembered to take my receipt. Yeah, I didn't show up here to mac on your lady. I just think she's real sweet on me.
Dude, I was bad when I was a drunk in Portland. A cute couple would walk by and I'd be like, "You're hot as shit." And then the dude would obviously get mad, right? And I'd be like, "And your girlfriend's pretty cute too." Right? I mean, always interesting, usually. Usually people just thought it was funny and then walked off. Because they knew what I was doing after that, you know? They're like, okay, it's a joke. But some people, no, they can't take it.
I got Tourette syndrome, so sometimes I wink at people. I've been beaten up a time or two because
Some macho man's just like, "Are you winking at me?"
you macking on my girl. Like, oh my god, dude, you're white. Why are you talking like that? I won't get caught.
Doing my best. Have a good one, man.
She's super nice. So are the ladies at the deli, and the ladies at Starbucks are pretty alright too.
Honestly, everybody that I've ran into here, except for that one code enforcement chick, and you could tell it was honestly just because she hadn't had coffee yet.
She told you you're not allowed to be there before 6, but you probably said that after 6.
No, I mean, like, I rolled into the spot right next to Safeway at like 7:30, 8 o'clock last night. And then I stayed there overnight and I woke up and fucking I was hanging out about 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, something like that. She told me that it's 2-hour parking right there. And I was like, really? I did not see the sign. And she was like, it's here. Like, I don't know, maybe it's hidden by a tree, but I promise you it's 2-hour parking. And I was like, okay, I believe you.
Did you ever find the sign?
Yeah, I did actually. It was totally hidden by a tree. It was really well hidden by a tree. It is over there. There's 2 of them, one at the front and one at the end. They're both tucked into a tree.
Man. Yeah, she rolled up on me one morning. I had to park down there and my car broke down. And you're only allowed to be down by the boat launch. You're not allowed to be there overnight. You're not allowed to be there before 6. So she showed up at 8 o'clock to come scream at me. I'm like, it's 8 o'clock. It's legal for me to be here. Why are you trying to intimidate me?
Yeah, if
into
you were
leaving?
trying to like get me, you should have been here at like 7:59, for instance.
Yeah. Well, it would have been 5:59, but yeah, like, all right.
Oh, 6 is the time that you can start launching? Okay.
Yep.
That makes sense. Boat people fishing.
But she was all sorts of irate. She was also irate at 10 o'clock. Pretty irate about us being there. I was like, you know, it's legal to be here right now. It's after 6 o'clock. And she wouldn't come off it. Still breathing. Met me a new feller here who seems to be all right. He doesn't seem to be strung out on anything, drunk on anything, or trying to hit anything that I be wearing or pooping.
Oh, believe me, I'd want to be on something right now. I'm having a hard time. I just need money for my plus. I need to fix my alternator and get the fuck out of here. No money for consumables. Like
You haven't gotten that
maybe,
machine
but
put
nah.
together. I don't mind stocking that machine as long as you buy the soda.
I thought you were gonna buy all the sodas.
I did buy all the sodas. That's why the machine says sold out.
It's good. Have you seen the splash now?
What's that? Oh, yeah.
The car wash?
Yep, you running around?
Maybe try and sell some shit.
I was pretty popular in Boulder until Amendment 64 passed. And then everybody got sick of the flavor of butane.
Yeah, no, trim hash is just the, it's like the first layer that comes off when you're initially getting it in the trays. There's like always some funky stuff that's collected. It's like the powdery good stuff because we've just dried out. It just came out of the bin. This is the first time it's getting tossed around, you know? Just the cream comes off. And then it's like, it's just
You look
heat,
wholesome,
basically.
but you also look like a filthy street kid. So I'm assuming you're fine with consuming GMOs.
I will, yeah, I'll you know, too.
This is some fucking good jail food.
Fuck yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. I will totally eat the fuck out of it.
That
Right now,
free
I
up some of
literally
your dog
just ate a salad, but sorry, what?
I said that'll free up some of the dog food. Well, you're not gonna make much money with me sitting here munching.
You're good. Nah,
It makes you look far less desperate than you are.
that guy just like came by stunting again. I was really tempted to tell him he had his shoe on his foot. This is okay. So you drop your pocket, you got your shoe on your foot.
That's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah,
Or you drop your smile.
yeah. You drop your smile. That's one. Yeah. If I can get people with the thing, I'll try to, you know.
I love the free rainbow hug thing until I realized that rainbow was bullshit. But other than that, it was alright.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Rainbow's just been, like, infested by bad people. You know, like, you can still go and have a great time, but there's just, like, you know, it's the weirdest melting pot you will ever see. It's like a hodgepodge of a bunch of different cultures,
When
like a
it got to the
mishmash of
point
people
where
coming
people
together.
had to have their children and their sisters on a leash.
I haven't seen that. There might be some weird kink people out there. I don't know. Fucking kid camp was pretty fucking wholesome. Last time I was there, it's just like all the families and stuff, you know. That was 2017, the last time I went to a rainbow gathering, though. So, you know, been a fucking while.
That was Montana, wasn't it?
No, that was Oregon Nationals. Montana, I think, was maybe the year before that.
I don't generally go. Although when they had the Keystone Pipeline thing going on, I was running water up and down that area.
I went to Standing Rock for a month. That was interesting. I learned a lot. I became a very jaded human being over my experience at Standing Rock. Holy shit. I became a conspiracy theorist. I started hating the government. Like, I became very aware of all the ways that they observe you through your cell phones and shit because they fucking were. They were like spying. Dude, they were spraying rat poison on us with a fucking crop duster that was unmarked. It had no tail number. It ain't.
Yeah, that's what Dean said. He said
What if,
he was
maybe?
sprayed with stuff.
Okay.
Chemicals.
Have a good one, man.
But I didn't actually go.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I ferried water up to a place called Buffalo, Wyoming. And a guy met me there and picked it up and about and took the rest of the way.
Nice.
Yep, I didn't pay for any of the water. I didn't pay for any of the gas.
You were just a cog in the machine. Fuck yeah. I was doing some of that shit in Standing Rock. I was actually flown to Hawaii to socially network with people. There was a protest in Mauna Kea at that point in time about the observatory that was going up. And like, it was night and day. You know, a pipeline is like dirty and it fucking contaminates the environment. And they're sending it through the only river, the only source of fresh water that the entire Oglala Sioux tribe had. Because they didn't want to contaminate the Bismarck water resource, you know?
There's a reservation here with literally no water. They've been trying to get fresh water in there. People have been taking in bottled water. There's a water truck that goes in there once in a while. And that's here in Oregon. But, you know, and my friend Dean got a hold of me and said, here's how it is. We're up here, it's freezing, and we don't have any water. That probably sounds...
How's it going, man?
He said they sprayed him with something, and it was on them, and it was on the snow, and it stunk, and it was sticky, and it tasted funny.
Yep, they were spraying the camp. At first we thought it was just like water, you know, because like we thought it would be psychological warfare, you know, like they wouldn't actually poison American, like they wouldn't be, we just didn't think they would be spraying anything other than water, you know? Come out, February of 2018, they all the cattle ranches and a handful of the livestock and all that shit that was right next to like a perimeter around where the Chedi-Sakoan camp was, again, all of the meat had to be recalled because of like rat poison contamination. And like a lot of people, there was like a fucking class action suit that just went fucking nowhere. You know, I would have gotten paid out of that as well because I have like interstitial scarring of the lungs now because of all that shit. Like that affected me permanently.
I got a permanent effects myself from them type of fellers.
Yeah.
Alright, that was the way through. I'd have bought some tobacco before I came outside.
Here, man. I probably gotta get back to fucking strumming away a little bit while I still got time here.
Well, I'm gonna leave you then. If you smoke, I'll bring you back a rollie.
Oh yeah, thank you. I do.
Alright. Be safe. Hold on a second. Your accent sounds like, Fargo.
Yeah.
It's thin.
I don't know what I am. I'm like a cowboy, Viking, pirate, recluse, loner, hermit, get away from me person. I don't know.
I'm a mutt.
Lucy, where you going? You can say hi, but you gotta ask first.
Do that. Alright. Well, be safe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got up and out of there pretty quick. Nick literally showed up right after I left. I was paying attention to my surroundings. Nick is being kind of passive aggressive right now, and I just, well, he went up and petted the same dog literally right just now that I left. So I don't anticipate him necessarily starting any problems. I'm just worried about his passive aggressive nature as well as his aggressive nature and how he kind of gravitates between them. I'm gonna find the video where he's wanted to tell me he's not crazy, which is, that's cool.
Whether you are or not, it's fine with me. I think all people are crazy. And he was trying to convince that feller yesterday that he wasn't crazy, and he's trying to convince me today that he's not crazy. And I don't have a problem with people being crazy. I have a problem with people being violent. Being loud isn't violent, and if you're after threatening people who are threatening you, if you're threatening them back, you haven't done anything wrong. When somebody threatens to kill your family, you got every right to defend your family by whatever means necessary. Although most people agree that I should have gone out and just killed all of my predators and all of the people who threatened to kill my sister, I didn't. I chose to try to do it the legal route, the legal way. I chose to jump through all the hoops, and what did it get me? Broken, homeless, and in debt. Anyway, I don't have any hatred towards Nick, but I know which direction he's going to go with it, and at what point he's going to, once he starts doing the preaching part, it's going to go for about half an hour, 45 minutes, and he'll get pretty irate if you talk over it. So I try to keep it down to a little bit of funny business, and Craig tried to lighten the mood yesterday too. Today there wasn't so much lightening the mood, because as soon as I saw him today, he'd already started drinking again. I just needed to make sure my stuff was charged. I still don't know if it's gonna work. Huh. Is this it? No, it's one prior to this. I believe this one.
My mindfulness went from the negative side to the light side. The negative to the bottom side. Now when I start getting on that high flow, so I'm more positive when I go into my craziness mode. I think there's been a new spirit.
I thought there was a new spirit that's possessed, nothing like that. That weirds me out, folks. I mean, can we remain here on planet Earth, please? Can we not go off about angels in the heavens and aliens and fucking Bigfoot? Can we allow somebody who needs space to have their space? And can we allow somebody who needs their friends to actually see their friends without harming them? You know, that's the thing, is that a lot of people are mad at me for mimicking the behaviors of my predators. I didn't start off doing that. Anyway, I figured rolling a cigarette and giving him an excuse to leave anyway. That way that guy can try to bust up some cash. Kind of difficult to do when you got hobos coming up on you and being friendly. You got a dog, but also that dog's a good money maker too. Obviously, there's no animosity. It's just raw reality. I guess we can try to see if I can get the vehicle running. If somebody's trying to get help and they're stuck on a subject, that's one thing. If they're not trying to get help, just trying to get attention just to get attention, or they have a severe mental issue that, now, for example, if you're a real nice lady, but you start drinking and you turn into Shannon Alvarado, keep in mind Shannon Alvarado was a real nice lady when she sober. When she tells you that she'll help you at night after her daughter goes to bed, keep in mind that at night she's drunk. Like clockwork. Let's hope I can get my car started. I got my bread out so that I can make me a cheese sandwich. I don't want to use my lights because I don't want to use up any of the electricity. There's my keys. Got them handy and present. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm below 65% charge on this, so on my telephone at least, so it's a good thing that I'm trying to start it. If I can start it, I'll just drive it over there. Oh fuck. I pulled out my scissors so I could. There. Alright. That didn't work. I guess I'll have to give it a few minutes. I don't think I have anything else
Got enough charge on it to make sure that my battery on my phone doesn't die. So that's gonna happen.
Oh, fucking my back.